Gate set in a teasy.
Welcome to another story time with OneMan. Now, I don't know what to name this one. You already see the title, but I'm going to give you 4 different stories, but they're not going to be whole stories, but it's all kind of one story altogether. And 3 of these stories happen on different days. 2 of these stories happen on the same day. All right. I'm not going to say a whole bunch of names. Nobody going to be able to go to jail for this because, first of all, I ain't going to say no names. I ain't going to say how it started, where it started from. I don't even know how it started in the first place. But one day, I don't want to say cuz name because then people going to know exactly who I'm talking about on both sides. Anyways, one day, we was walking in Pine Oaks. Me, my brother, my nigga Art, and the dude I don't mess with no more. People probably figure out from that, but the dude I don't mess with no more, right? This was easily over 20 years ago. So we walk in. This one, Pine Oaks was still probably named Pine Oaks. They didn't even change the name to Third Year Landing yet. This is over 20 years ago though. And I remember we had beef with this other neighborhood, right? And these other dudes because of the dude I don't mess with no more. Like the only reason was because of him. So it was us 4 walking on the side. We in Pine Oaks, but we like on the side, right? This is one story. So next thing you know, some cars pull up. People get out deep. I know where they from and everything, but I ain't gonna say it. So my brother and the dude I don't mess with no more, they just took off. Boom. And we was right beside cuz crib that my brother ran with. We was right by his crib though. They took off, went upstairs to his crib and everything. They said they came outside on the patio and watched and everything. So me and Upball out there. So it's just us two. You know, Upball ain't running from nothing. You know what I mean? And you know, I ain't gonna do no running. You know what I mean? And this is when, like, gunplay is involved in everything, like, in these situations and stuff, right? So they jump out. I can't even remember what was said and stuff like that. But I know they was looking for cuz that ran with my brother. They weren't really looking for me or whatever. And if it was gonna be a fight, it was a lot of them too. It just would have been 2 against 10 or whatever, however deep they was. I can't even remember how deep they was because it was that long ago. Know what I mean? But I know I'm leaving this shit like kind of, but really that's the end of that one story, right? And I don't know what order these stories fall into. Now I'm gonna give you a shooting that happened on the back street, Pine Oaks. So where Pine Oaks at in the back, and this all around the same time too. So in the back, it's a gate there now, right? I don't know if the gate was up then or not. So we in the back. The street behind Pine Oaks is called West Virginia Avenue, right? So I had people that stayed on the back street, like my nigga Bo and them, Shamik and them stayed on the back street. Dion Murph stayed on the back street. You know what I mean? A lot of people we knew stayed on the back street. So, and I brought up Shamik because them same dudes, that same neighborhood, right, they was on the back street, right? We was in Pine Oaks. But it's like, what it gave at, it's like little hills. It's like little hills, so niggas was ducked behind the hills, right? Shooting, bah, bah, bah. Unlimited gunshots. I don't know if they were shooting back. You can't tell because there was so many gunshots. But to make a long story short, my dude Shamik crib ended up getting shot up too, like had bullet holes in it, and they was on the news and everything because this happened to make the news. And it was like a bullet hole through the side of the door or house. They had a bullet hole somewhere in the house. Whatever. That's another story. I'm leaving these kind of vague because I don't want to say names and stuff. And It's 2 more shootings. All right. So remember I told you it's around the same time with these same folks. Niggas packed up 2 cars, right? I ain't even gonna say where the house was at because niggas packed up 2 cars. Deep in the 2 cars. Unlimited guns in the cars. And knew somebody's house. Went to it was nighttime too. It was like super dark. Went to the house. Is that the house? That is the house. Shot that money up like, man, I don't know how many hoes. I'm talking about shotguns and everything. Shotguns, all type of 2 cars deep shooting at one crib, right? And I'm not saying I had anything to do with none of that. I'm not even saying I had no weapons, nothing. I ain't even saying I was there. But whole crib obliterated. You know what I mean? And I know to this day, I know it's crazy because we cool with these people now. You know what I mean? And then I think that same day, which I know it was the same day, they had one of their peoples lived in Chesapeake. And if you knew Gate Set back then, especially before my dude Spit got locked up, and I'm not saying Spit got anything to do with this, I'm just saying, before he got locked up, we would always be out Chesapeake. We had Gate Set through Virginia Beach and Chesapeake, like deep. Sprinkled here and there, other cities, but Chesapeake and the beach, deep. Know what I mean? And I ain't gonna say where in Chesapeake, but one of their people got their whole crib shot up. They were like over 50 peepholes, and obviously I won't there for this one. I ain't saying I was there for any other ones, but I won't there for this one for sure. See, they left 50 peepholes in cuz dough, man. Know what I mean? And then that just was letting people know that this serious, you can't even hide nowhere because we know where everybody at. Know what I mean? And think about it. All the beef is in the beach, and you think you going home safe in Chesapeake, and that gets shot up. In the neighborhood beside where he got his dough shit lit up, deep, all my people's deep in the next neighborhood. I ain't gonna say where the next neighborhood is, and like I said, I'm just leaving these vague. I just wanted to do another story time with OneMan real quick. Know what I mean? So that was 4 shootings. One was at the crib, one was on the back street, one was in Chesapeake. I shouldn't even say the city for that one. And the time they hopped out on me up by my brother and cuz on mess with them up. You know what I mean? And what's crazy is I told my brother today that I was gonna say this story because I brung this up to him. And he was like, hell yeah, we ran. Yeah, right, we were supposed to. Because for real, we could have easily got killed. You know what I mean? Me and Outlaw, but Outlaw ain't doing no running. I'm not gonna leave him out there. I won't go do no running either. But I'm not gonna leave one of us out there just by himself. You know what I mean? So we would have both, you know what I mean? And it was that serious. It don't seem that serious, but it was that serious. And this is not even including none of the fights, none of the rumbles, none of the. I don't want to talk about those either. But yeah, Storytime with OneMan. I don't know what to name this. I'm gonna come up with something.
Gate Set in a teasy.